Good morning. Welcome to Morecambe Community Church, Western Impact, the Restore, the Restoration. Well, this is nice. Lots of familiar and not so familiar faces. Welcome. Relax, chill. We're not a church where you can do anything wrong. You can't stand up or sit down at the wrong place. Or anything like that. So just relax and spend some time with us and celebrate together. It's great you're here. We're going to have some fun. I'm loving the artwork in the middle. Do have a look if you haven't yet. And there's still plenty of water in the kettle if you need a refill at any time. We're going to do some singing. We're going to do some creative praying. And then Tracy's going to give some thoughts, and then we're going to do the certificates, and then we're going to go home and enjoy the rest of the day. Whatever you do, whether you watch football or you have your normal Sunday dinner, in our house that's bacon butties at best. So whatever you do, I hope it goes well. We're going to sing one of our favorite songs here, and it's called My Lighthouse. And it's quite a fast one. You can stamp your feet if you want. For us, the lyrics are really significant because we're a church that sort of welcomes everybody and anybody. So even the ones that are wrestling in doubts about faith, some of us will be here and they know that God exists. Some of us will not be so sure. Some of us are sure that he doesn't. Some of us will have had a mixed journey of faith, of doubt, of walking away, of wanting nothing to do with church or church people. And others have been with us and with faith all their lives. So we are a mixed bunch of people. And the significant thing of this song is that's okay. God's still here in our wrestling, in our doubts, in our failures. He won't walk out. I will follow you, oh, my lighthouse, my lighthouse. I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. You're the fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us safe to shore. Fire, fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us safe to storm. My lighthouse, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you, oh, my lighthouse, my lighthouse. I will trust the promise. You will carry me, my lighthouse, my lighthouse, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. You will follow you, oh, my lighthouse, my lighthouse. I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I just realized that in a packed room shouting fire is probably not a great idea, is it? Sorry about that. We don't expect fire or fire alarms to go off, and if they do, it's not a drill. Oh, brilliant! Yeah, exits are here. Exits are usually where you came in. Oh, and if you need the toilet, it's just out that door and to your right. That's also important to know. We're going to sing one more song, and this has been with us since the beginning of the Restore, because, as you know, the Restore is, well, some say restore, some say restore, because it's a store, but it also restores. So it's definitely restore. Tracy says it's restore. And if you've ever been in the shop, which I hope you have, many of us, some of you live there. Is that right? You love it there. It's a therapeutic space. Restoration or restoration, restore nation. Restoration. Okay, fair enough. Never mind. But we know from my own story, I'm not a visual artist. I'm more of a musician, and I write some songs, and they often come out of places of despair or pain or difficulties, or often that's the way I process my stresses. And when my head goes, music helps me. For some of you, this is visual artistry and painting and so on. But it's often out of these periods that we find creativity. And this next song talks all about that. That's the wrong one. Sorry, it's Beautiful Things. Psalm 33 says this: Sing joyfully to the Lord, you righteous. It is fitting for the upright to praise him. Praise the Lord with the harp. Ain't got one of them. Praise the Lord with the harp. Make music to him on the 10-stringed lyre. 6 strings will have to do. Sing to him a new song. Play skillfully and shout for joy. For the word of the Lord is right and true. He is faithful in all he does. The Lord loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of his unfailing love. Yeah, we could do with some righteousness and justice in our world, couldn't we? Particularly for those who suffer from the absence of righteousness and the absence of love, and suffer from the absence of justice. We're going to spend some time praying, and Emma's going to lead us in that. Is that all right, Em? Yeah. Thank you.
So on your table, or near to your table, you should be able to find a piece of paper and a pen. So you can draw the answers or you can write the answers. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. So this is a very old youth worker game, because I'm an old youth worker. And the original game is called Two Truths and a Lie, but we're not going to play that. So originally you would do two truths and a lie, and somebody would try and work out what the lie was. But what we're going to do is two truths and a strength. So creativity is so vast. As you can see, there's some creative stuff here. There's painting, there's drawing, but creativity is really vast. It might be that you walk in the hills. It might be that you play an instrument. It might be that you're really good on a computer designing things. It might be that you cook things really well. So I would like us to celebrate two truths and a strength. So it might be strengths about you, it might be strengths and truths about other people, or it might be just truths that you know to be true. So have a write down, draw pictures. So two things that are true for you and one thing that is a strength. So I might say, I have an amazing husband, and that would be true. I am right, yep. Yeah, true story. Two truths and a strength. You've got about 30 seconds. Do-do, do-do, diddly-do, bing. So if you would like to, which you don't have to, but if you would like to, some of you might want to pass your words to the table because you don't want to read them out, and some of you might want to read them out and make them into a prayer. So if you don't want to read them out, maybe put them on the table here. If you do want to read them out, prayers can be one word, prayers can be ranty, prayers can be said in the car or in the bath or in the supermarket. They can be said anywhere. There's no words that you have to include. So if you'd like to share your words, maybe you could indicate that to me so that I can pass you the microphone. Or if that's too scary, I'll read them out. So if you want to put them on the table, I'll read them. Thank you. Pardon? No, no. God knows your name. Thank you. Oh, cute, bless her. Oh, that's cute. So we're going to read some of these prayers out, and you can sit, eyes open, eyes closed, however you are comfortable. So we're thankful that we're getting older. We're thankful that we love our family dearly. Somebody's drawn West End Impact. They're thankful for that. Thankful for strength in managing family through crisis. Thank you for true friends. Thank you for truth in my everyday life. Thank you that I'm a child of God. Thank you that God is great. And thank you that love is everlasting. Olivia here has drawn our logo, and she's put Morecambe Community Church, faith, hope and love. Thank you that I've just got into university. Well done. Thank you that I'm a mum of 3. Thank you that I'm resilient and I keep going. Got no choice if you've got 3, have you? Thank you for truth. Thank you that I'm a good mum. Thank you for my family. Thank you that love is everlasting. Thank you that I feel blessed to know people who are true. In this community, I feel I am home. I care about fairness and will advocate for it. Thank you that I'm good at making friends. Thank you, I'm good at tidying my bedroom. And thank you that I'm good at walking. Thank you for loyalty. Thank you for parents. Thank you for friends. Thank you for listening. And thank you for patience. Anybody want to add? So, true story, Michael.
Thank you that I am a child of God. I thank you that Jesus is my Saviour. I thank you that my strength comes from my Maker, and I am never alone.
I'm going to just say I'm very disappointed that my wife did say she has a wonderful husband.
Because you're not married to... Because she's not married to Peter, Alan. So there's lots of things to be thankful for. I'm thankful that I had the privilege of working with some wonderful people who have got these certificates. And I'll say a little bit more about that later. Or not too much more because none of them want me to talk about them. I'm going to hand over to Tracy now.
Have I got it on? Yes. Have I got it on? That's a very nice notes on a piece of paper, but I've got no idea what I'm going to say. So, in the 16th century, going back a long way, there was a French philosopher called René Descartes. Has anybody heard of him? He has. Well, you would have. So, he had in 1639 sort of a midlife crisis, a crisis of his existence. He was questioning his very existence. And he came up with the sentence, what, if anything, can I be certain of? Very good question, actually. What, if anything, can I know for certain? He was questioning his dreams because he thought his dreams were influencing him so much. So he thought, is it real when I'm dreaming, or is it real when I'm awake? He was questioning his reflection because, like, a reflection of a stick in the water is all bent and elongated and different to the actual stick. So he had a lot of questions, and being a scientist and a mathematician, he concluded that 3 and 2 make 5, and that he could think about that. So therefore, and this will be very familiar to most of you, I think, therefore I am. And that was his philosophy. He had the ability to think, so therefore he existed. As Christians, however, at this church, we believe that we were created. And in Genesis 1, verse 27, right at the beginning of the Bible, in the creation story, you can have all kinds of different questions about that, all kinds of different viewpoints of whether it actually happened or whether it was a story. But in Genesis 1, verse 27, he said that he created us, God created us in his image. So therefore, he's the creator. So therefore, in the whole premise of what we're talking about today and the restore, for me, is that if we're created, we are creative because we're made in God's image. So there's no excuse, we're all creative beings. In Psalms, right in the middle of the Bible, I remembered that I needed a Bible today. Verse 13 onwards, it says this. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. So I know I'm not saying that Mum and Dad didn't have anything to do with this creation business, but what I am saying is that we're created mind, body and soul, and the soul bit is where God comes in. He was there. He knew you before you were born. He knew you before your mum and dad were born, and he created that very being, that thing that is you. Hard to describe, hard to articulate, but we believe that he created the you. One thing that he created, I said mind, body and soul, is our minds. And our minds are a very, very complicated thing. And the premise of the restore is that when we're creating something or when we're exposing ourselves to creativity, something happens. Something happens in our brain. There is a common thought that says that our emotional side of our brain and our creative side of our brain is the same right side of our brain. But it's actually a little bit more complicated than that. So we've had philosophy, we've had spirituality, now we're having neuroscience. So there's a thing called the amygdala in your brain, and that part of your brain, it helps to process the intensity of our emotions. It helps us to process all that's going on. Now, there's a thing that, you know, you think, well, if I'm too emotional, if things are not going well, like Michael's already mentioned through music, that he expresses his emotions through music, sometimes when he's sad, sometimes when he's happy. And the result, often we think, well, I can't do this because I'm feeling really down, I'm not feeling it today, I can't do this. But the creative process in your amygdala is sorting out your emotions as you're actually creating something, whether it might be a pot, it might be a drawing, it might be a piece of music, it might be a piece of writing. When we expose ourselves to the beautiful bay, for example, we're doing something to our mind, and the amygdala is processing our emotions and the intensity of our emotions. And then there's the prefrontal cortex, which apparently doesn't fully develop till we're 25. And that's where we create and refine our thoughts. We make decisions, we set goals, and we regulate our thoughts. And so this is all part of it. It's not just about being right-brained or left-brained. This process is going on whilst we create things. And then there's the default mode network, where our imagination goes wild. So when we're creating something, we're looking at different possibilities. We're looking wider. We're looking at big box thinking whilst we're creating. And all this process is all going on whilst we're doing all this creativity. Isn't it a shame that the school curriculum is taking all the creative subjects away? Because this is how we're made. We're made to create. And this is what the Restore has always been about. And when we started the Restore, I can remember walking along West Street and thinking, we've got a lot of people that we know who are struggling. They're not in work. They're not really doing much with their life. They're stuck in their own thoughts. They've probably got too much time to think, and they're really struggling with their mind and the complexity of it. And it made me think, we actually had Emma doing an art group already. It made me think about creativity and our expressing ourselves through creativity and what that can do to you. And the two kind of just came together, that we help people to be creative, and this process goes on where they start to think bigger picture. You go to the job centre and they say, well, you've not worked for so long, you've not done this, you've not got qualifications, so we'll get you a job at Tesco's, filling shelves, or Asda on 24 hours. But we wanted to think about, through this creative process, that more things were possible than that for anybody, because everybody's creative, that there are different ways, not just to employment, but different ways to volunteering and just finding a purpose. Our purpose as Christians is in God, but we can all find a purpose in different ways. And I'm sure that many people at the Restore have experienced this, where they've started to get creative and they're thinking differently. Their mind is ordering their thoughts, is ordering their emotions, and making them really see what their emotional life is about. And there's a healing that goes on in that order. And it's as we create, or as we expose ourselves to creativity, that this process happens. And that it's been amazing for the nearly 9 years that we've been doing the Restore, how many people have come and said, no, I can't draw, I can't do this, I can't create, and Emma just won't have it. She didn't have it. It's like, no, it's not true. You are a creative being, you can do it. And this is a result of some of what's come out of that, and there's lots more to see at the Restore. Just recently we've had a new artist, and I didn't know her story, but it turns out that she's got a disabled partner, and the Restore has become an absolute lifeline for her. She's a very, very talented artist. In fact, her uncle was a famous artist, and she's found her place where she can now come and have some respite from her partner that she's caring for 24/7, and she can come and get creative, and she's wanting to pass that creativity on to others. So she's doing a sculpting course on the 1st of May. It's amazing work that she's doing. But that is all coming from the Restore. So if you've not been yet, ooh, you better get there, because, you know, just looking at some of the beautiful artwork there is therapeutic. It really does something to your soul. And that's about all I wanted to say this morning. If you aren't following us on Facebook yet, please do. Or Instagram if you're a bit older, a bit younger. Please follow us, because it's the shop window, and you'll see all the beautiful art there on Facebook and Instagram. And come and see us as well. If you want to volunteer there, come and see me. Thank you.
Just before we do the certificates, I want to share a song with you that I actually wrote during COVID, when the question for me arose, is God still here with all the chaos that's going on? And we know what was COVID has kind of passed us, but the question often remains for me, is God still here? Is he in my chaos? Is he still here when I have messed up completely? God is still here. God is still
Tracy reminded me of a little story that I will quickly share with you. When I was 14 and branded naughty at school because ADHD wasn't really a thing that everyone knew about. So as the naughty child, I wasn't allowed to take art at school. So I was put into graphics, which was really boring. And I still don't really understand the difference between orthographic projection and the other bit. So I was the naughty child who couldn't do art and was banned from PE because my mum, who ran the casualty department, was sick of getting me delivered to the casualty department with whatever sprain or break I had done. So I sat in the corner of my form tutor's classroom, because in those days that's where they sent you. You just sat in the corner with your form tutor. And thankfully my form tutor was a textile designer, and she taught textiles. And I sat in the corner and I drew and I made stuff and I stitched stuff. And with that pile of just quite basic stuff, I got a place at Charnwood Art College, and that was where it all kind of started. So me, art was a very rebellious thing, because it was like all my family worked for the NHS, and it was like, you can't go to art college because it's not a real job. So I went. And at school it was like, you can't do art because you're naughty, and art was considered a kind of subject that was a treat for children who were good. So my life kind of went against all of those things, and art has been an incredible healer for me, and still is. And whenever I feel a little bit down, or when life is getting on top of me, I only have to get out a pen or my bag of Sharpies, and art really grounds and centres me. And so it's been such a privilege to work at the Restore and see art do that for other people. And so we're just going to give out these certificates. What I'm going to do, because some people don't want to stand at the front for a long time, is I'm going to read out the qualifications and the thing about them, and then they'll just come forward to get their certificate. So this lady, Cindy, has been an absolute joy at the Restore. She is willing to do anything that you want her to do. Even if she's not strong enough or has the breath to do it, she'll still give it a good go. Late nights, openings, galleries, she's there. And she's produced these beautiful paintings. She's got a real talent for colour, for tone and texture. And she's very prolific. We could never put all of Cindy's paintings up in the Restore because there's just so many of them. And she's been a real joy and a real strength and a real support. And so, Cindy, if you'd like to come forward. So Olivia is our youngest artist, aren't you, Olivia? Yeah. How old are you? 6 now? Yeah? Yeah. So Cindy has, if you just stand here so Sharon can take your picture. Cindy has completed art and design, painting and drawing. Give her a clap. Creating a piece of art inspired by nature. Fine art, trees, flowers, animals or birds. And painting using acrylics. And Cindy is just a joy to be around, and well done. Thank you. Do you want to say anything?
Just thank you to everybody. That's all I can say. I'm not very good at saying.
Well done. So the next student sadly can't be here today, but his work here is mostly of his dogs. I think that one of them's a Chihuahua, and I don't know what the other kind of dog is, but this black and white dog here, I once went to his house and it can literally jump the full length of a door. It was terrifying. But Sam Bates has done creating a piece of art inspired by nature, drawing and colouring, and religion and life issues, planet Earth. So well done to him, if we can give him a clap. This last year, we've had quite a lot of young people who are in the NEET category. I don't know if many of you know what that is, but it means not in employment, education or training. And it's been a real pleasure to have some younger people come. So in between her high schools from one to the other, we had the lovely Bella. So do you want to come forward? I know you don't, Bella, but... So Bella has done these fashion drawings. She's our youngest AQA candidate, and she has completed personalising a fashion design illustration. Give her a clap. And research and design in fashion. You want to hold them up so she can see you? Bella was an absolute joy to be at the Restore, and stayed longer, we would have done lots more interesting things, but you went back to school. So it's a bit sad, but I'm glad that you like it. So well done. This next person was one of my first ever Restore students. And to say that she is a joy, there isn't a word that is big enough to say, come in, you're fine, come and sit down. To say that she's a joy is an absolute understatement. So Charlotte, she will literally just do anything you ask her to do. And recently, she worked on our sea change project. And if anybody's seen the embroideries in the garden, they were very much fueled by Charlotte's ability to take things home and turn up a few days later with hours and hours of work done. I can't even think of all the things you've done since you've been at the Restore. You've tried your hand at everything. She does these lovely slate mandalas and mandalas on stones. She's done origami. She's done painting. But most of all, she is just the nicest person that any of you will ever meet. She's a woman of few words, but we love her. Come on, Charlotte. So Charlotte has completed art and design, painting and drawing. She's probably done it about 10 times over, to be fair. And she's also done using shape and colour in art. So well done, Charlotte. I'm not going to ask you if you want to say anything. You can go and sit down now. In September of last year, my Mondays were transformed by the lovely V and Kyle turning up at the Restore. And I really came to look forward to these young people turning up. V is a very, very brilliant young person who is really taken to shop displays, tidying up, making things look better. Woe betide anybody who moves something after she's done a display. But she has created some beautiful drawings of seahorses and ink illustrations. She's not brought them with her because that's her style. But V has completed art and design, painting and drawing. We're not going to photograph you, but will you come and get the certificate? Can your mum take a picture? Okay. Well done. Do you want to say anything? No. So lastly, and certainly not least, is Kyle. And I might get emotional when I talk about Kyle. Kyle is an absolutely outstandingly talented young person. And the only person that doesn't really know that is him. So come up here because I'm going to talk about you. Kyle rocked up every Monday, often in his pyjamas, Tuesday, in his pyjamas. And we just had a great time, didn't we? When I first started working with Kyle, I think he was a little bit funny about why we were going to paint on the glass table and different things. But he has just absolutely run with what I've taught him. And I've taught him very little because it's all natural talent that's come from him. And the artwork that he has completed is beyond his years. He came with a very certain style, and then he listened and he changed that style. And that's really unusual for a young artist because we're all a bit cocky. He is an absolute joy and a pleasure to be around. And he has completed 7 AQAs in 4 months, which is incredible. So the first one is a bit of a cop-out because it's drawing with support, and I haven't given him a lot of support at all. So there you go. He has also completed using shape and colour in art. He has also completed creating a piece of art inspired by nature. He has also completed creating nature art for well-being. He has also completed drawing and colouring. He has also completed drawing techniques. And he has also completed fine art, trees, flowers, animals and birds. And tomorrow he will go and have his interview at Art College. And they'll be very, very blessed to have him because he is a top young person. And look out, because you've heard of Quentin Blake. Well, you'll see Kyle, because he is a fantastic illustrator, and I'm very proud of you. And you can sit down now, because I know this is your idea of... So thank you, everybody. It's been such a pleasure to work with these people, and I feel very privileged. I've played very little in the equation. They are exceptionally talented people and a joy to be around. So thank you.
And our thanks also go to Emma for championing all these people that have come through the doors at the Restore over many years. Your patience, your creativity, and your gentle persuasion to try different things with people who didn't want to. It's just been fantastic. So thank you so much for being the face and the heart of it. We've got some flowers. Ian, would you just bring the... and her partner in crime, Sharon, you've also been instrumental in the more recent history of the Restore, and you also have to come up. I know we want to hide behind cameras. So both these wonderful ladies are moving on to better, greater things. Emma is working for Cancer Care, and you're working for Escape to Make. And it's been great to propel you into those different directions. And thank you so much for everything you guys have done. There's no certificate, just flowers. And that's just about it for this morning. We are here every Sunday at 11. Next week is our sharing and communion service, where we don't have a speaker. Instead, we do like an open mic thing, so everybody can contribute. And we love that because it's random, it's variety, and it's sort of free-flowing chaos. And then in May, we're starting a new message series about the grammar of grace, and that'll be fantastic. Do you remember on Wednesdays, our mental health cafe is on, Wellbeing Cafe at 11. You can get a lunch cheaper than Tesco's ready meal, and much, much nicer. And the Restore is open for many different things. New artists, look out for. If you're interested in the sculpting workshop, do talk to Tracy, It looks really, really interesting. Have a wonderful Sunday, and God bless you all.